I've never felt as fancy as I did today. I was filming for a thing, and I didn't realize until I got there that, like, it was like a full-on film crew happening. And the thing that I took away from today was there was an entire woman dedicated to any time I wasn't being filmed, going and futzing with my hair to make sure my hair hadn't moved. I spent a day with someone trying to keep my hair in place, and it was a very... Anytime
that sounds wonderful.
If I stopped to breathe for like a second, I'd feel a hand. I'm like, oh, it's the hair lady again.
Laura, that person was not part of this that film production. She was doing that for the love of the
game. It's the most I've ever felt like if I demanded something really ridiculous, someone would have panicked and run off to do it.
At my at one of my old jobs at a security company, they were doing like a film spot. I don't know if it was like either for a commercial or for just like a local news thing. But one of my coworkers, you can see in that recording on hackertyper.com as they are filming.
You can see how celebrities become complete egotistical monsters, though. Imagine if anytime you were just, like, trying to do your job, there was a cloud of other humans who were just attending to you, like you were like Queen Bee or something. That has to do something to your psyche, eventually.
Well, they're trying to take my honey, and I'm not okay with that.
It's a really weird feeling to be like, I take a sip of water, and then suddenly there's a woman there being like, you gotta check your lips, you haven't lost any of your lip makeup. I'm like, go away, attendant.
To tie into the show we're doing, that's the kind of the feel I was trying to give to Desdemona's elves, is that they're always around, buzzing in the background quietly, and then they're always like, materializing to give you drinks or to dispense information or something. So I hope that came across.
It did. Now I'm not a fan.
Did it make you feel uneasy now?
Yeah. I wasn't aware there was a person hovering near me until suddenly they were there. I felt like I was being watched constantly.
Well, you were, so it's not paranoia if it's correct.
Austin, I don't want to alarm you, but your game is missing features. If we upgrade our campaign to Jumpgate to experience a faster, smoother play with tons of features.
Plus, subscribers have exclusive beta access to the highly requested foreground layer.
Considering I think the only thing we're using Roll20 for is the ability to roll a virtual die, I don't think that's going to be completely necessary.
But don't you want to add depth and dynamic interactions to campaigns with roofs, treetops, overlays, and more?
What if I could learn more? If there was a link I could click to learn more, where would I go for that?
Can you imagine playing in the kind of campaign where you have to pay for trees to put in there? What a different life than the one we're living.
Austin, why don't you pay for trees for us?
Would you use them if I did?
It would add to the ambiance. Is that not worth it to you? Is my experience just forgettable?
I feel like you all would take it as an immediate sign to start fucking with anything. Like if I'm like, okay, so there's a tree over here. Like, I investigate the tree. Can I get advantage to fuck the tree? Can I put the tree in my pocket? I'm going to eat the tree. The tree is my dad now.
Okay, I drew 20 cards. I don't know what that means.
Oh, you did the same thing I was doing.
Stop playing with the Roll20 features.
It just showed up on my screen, and I can click draw, and it says how many cards, and it doesn't, like, can I do 999?
Oh,
no.
I got a King of Hearts. What is that, Kevin Austin?
Oh, I don't have permission to add stuff to the Roll20. I tried to put a tree into the campaign.
Oh, it says error trying to draw from a deck with no more cards. This is bullshit.
This is exactly what I'm talking about. You three gremlins. Last we left the adventure, you had saved Ulysses from Chorus, the collection of myconids in this shard of the Feywild. Wow, that's a lot of stuff. A lot of capital nouns there. But unfortunately, the party had been split somewhat dangerously. Here, we're going to have, I think, 3 climaxes to the Cymbeline arc. DiCaprio Devereaux, you are in the mouth of a Cymbeline who is giant from your perspective here, and you are flying through the air. Rex Maximus, you were hit with Euphoria Breath square in the face. You failed the save and wandered off into the woods to join the chorus. And Doc Hop, you have Ulysses on the back of your dire muskrat, and you're running off into the forest where Lady Falconbridge told you about the Orb of Dragonkind. Before we talk about what's in your inventory, Dan, do you want to gloat about guessing the Orb of Dragonkind? You didn't really get a chance there in the actual recording.
I mean, yeah, I would like to thank, my personal savior, Jesus Christ, for giving me insight into Austin's mind here.
That's so important.
I did guess that the Orb of Dragonkind was what was occurring the moment I listened to a drink cut and heard the word orb mentioned, and everything sort of clicked into place from there. Anyway, let's continue to presumably getting obliterated. I'm on 3 health and very scared.
Yeah. First of all, shout out to JC. That's so important in our Christian podcast. We'll find out what happens. DiCaprio, what's in your inventory? Or I'm Austin Jaworski, patreon.com/Jaworski. You know what it is. Come on.
Yeah, Quentin Larios, patreon.com/weekly manga recap. I have a lot of items, but I should note everything in here essentially has been used except for the things that if it's used, entire, like, planes are destroyed. So I have my zipper costume rack, my Gucci sunglasses, my Dyson sphering, my dickhead detector, illusion.
Nope, no dickhead detector. You gave it away.
Oh, that's right. I gave that away. Sorry, I'm just used to rattling these off.
Well, that's why we do this.
Never Endall's disc, aka the nuke, the landscape, the perfect pearl, question mark to Nev's disc, and also question mark to Time Dragon Claw. I have no idea what Austin did with the end of the last episode, so I don't know how you want me to do that.
No, I think I left that in because it's pretty important.
Okay. And the RIP Prada bag, which I don't actually have, it's been taken from me, and I'm going to get it back by the end of this. I'm now committed. These fuckers have bothered me too much. I was like, you know what? I could take the L on the bag, but now I'm not. Give me my goddamn mom's dead body bag back.
Okay, yeah. The last episode, though, you gave Rex Maximus an item, which I guess you're about to confirm. Dan, I shouldn't have interrupted, but which item it was, I think you said in the recording. So,
yes.
Yeah, do you want me to start reading off my shit now?
You're on the show.
Okay, well, normally we go in sort of a descending or ascending order.
Yeah, I guess it's Laura's turn, but, you know.
Yeah, but you're gonna do it, Dan.
Okay, Dan. Okay, I'm Laura. I've got
No.
a trash bag of holding. I've already done this bit once before. Anyway, I'm playing Rex Maximus, Dragon, etc., bit. Gavel of Dispel Magic, Key to the City, Surgeon General's Coat, Epaulets of the Leader, Golden Gloves of Contact Mike. That's it. Everything else has been stolen from me. The only remaining magical item I can actually use at this point is my Gavel of Dispel Magic. Everything else has been used up.
Okay, did you say the Time Dragon Claw?
So I don't think Rex has looked inside of his bag to know that it's in there at this point, because DiCaprio very pointedly just shoved it in there without him getting a moment to see.
Yeah, you do have it, but you don't know, I guess, but it is still in your inventory if you wanted to read it out.
Time Dragon Claw.
Incredible.
Now, can you say it like you're a Virtua Fighter announcer from, 1996?
What does that sound like? Because that was the year I was born, so I'm not fully aware of Virtua Fighter.
How do you not know all these references, Dan?
Virtua
These references
Fighter.
when you were a child.
Is there a Roll20 tier I can subscribe to where my characters stay on topic? Come on.
Nope.
Time Dragon Claw. Is
There you
that
go.
close enough?
Yeah, that's actually very good.
Hey, I'm Laura. I've got warlock skills. I'm playing Doc Hop. I've got a trash bag of holding, an out-of-date pop-up book of Goblin history, a lucky plush rabbit's foot, a trading card deck of no synergy, a kid's plastic spy kit. I've got my tinfoil telepath hat. I don't have my left arm, but I do have a dire muskrat mount and an ornate magical saddle for it.
And you also have Ulysses and a black-footed ferret in your inventory.
Yes, I do have those as well, yes.
All right, we did it. I'm so proud of you all. I'm unsubscribing to this tier. So you talk amongst yourselves.
So Dan is trying to steal all my cards, and
I wasn't sure if that was going to give you a prompt or not.
I'm just going to click no way. Oh my god, dude, Dan's trying to steal all my cards. That's fucking crazy.
How do I get rid of this? Do I have the admin permissions to take these
Laura
from you?
can have a card.
Yeah, this sucks. This is a terrible audio experience. They're playing with the card shuffler in Roll20. I'm so sorry.
This is important. There's a game system I want to play that's based off of cards. I need to know how to do these things. This is research for future episodes.
Austin, was there a way for me to know what direction to go in to find the magic what's it that lets us be dragons?
Yeah, there has to be. I mean, or else the campaign ends as you're all killed or brought into the chorus.
Do I know of it? Can I roll something? Can I play D&D to find out where to go?
You have to, Laura. You're our only hope. It's a survival, I think. I'm trying to get rid of this card overlay.
Hold on, I'm making trades with Dan.
Oh, I tried to.
Wait, I just gave you cards.
Hell yeah.
I tried to roll the dice and I couldn't because card pop-ups. 16.
Yeah, okay, 16's great. Someone screenshot for the Discord because they're gonna want to know in 2 months when this episode comes out what the fuck we were talking about. 16's great. I think since you got here, you have felt a little uncomfortable. There have been a constant whispering in your mind. There's the bugs that are 20 stories tall all around you. There's a lot of strange feelings. But now that you know you're looking for something specifically giving you a tummy ache, you can ride your dire muskrat in that direction. With a 16, you are successful in figuring that out. So you're making your way through the Underdark. Is there anything you want to say to your passengers? You have Lady Falconbridge and Ulysses on the back of the dire muskrat with you.
Right. I know this adventure has so far been a little bit of a clusterfuck, but we've got to be an elite strike force for this. We've got to all get our most serious game faces on. We've got to be focused on this and nothing else. I see you back there, Ulysses, playing with my deck of little playing cards. We gotta put that down for a minute. We gotta focus on the mission at hand. It's very serious.
Can I have this ace of clubs?
Yeah, Professor Dr. Ant, I'm actually having a great time this arc. I think this is all ruled. Why, did I miss something?
Yeah, nothing. It's fine. It's all good.
Oh, fuck. All of three of you are a little different states of alteration, I guess, here. Lady Falconbridge holding onto your back, maybe drooling a little bit.
Everyone's just trying to steal my cards now. I have too many.
You're not getting my King of Hearts. That's like the one thing I wouldn't give up.
This recording is just a bust. We have to abandon this arc.
I'm not clicking anything. People are sending me invitations to steal my cards, which I think is rude.
Yeah, no. Flash forward, you all leaving the Feydark, like, wow, that was crazy. Good thing we took care of that.
I fly towards where the thing I need to go destroy or steal or whatever is, despite all of the card thievery happening behind me.
Yeah. No, I love this. Okay, 2 things here. Constitution saving throw for the tummy ache, and then I'm gonna roll sleight of hand as Ulysses tries to pocket some of your magic cards.
Oh god, fuck. Constitution.
Oh, he botched. No, he spilled the cards in the forest.
5 for Constitution. Fuck.
Oh no!
This
This broke really bad.
Bad. Didn't we just let like the deck of moderately bad things into like the wild?
Yeah, I need to. Okay, Austin, this is your fault. I'm not going toward the plot anymore. I need my cards.
Okay.
According to Roll20, I only have 3 of them left.
Yeah, I just got a steal request. Laura wants to steal this card from your hand, the 9 of spades, and I have the option, let it go or no way. Oh no, I'm getting inundated. I should have brought it up. I'm getting hundreds of steal requests now. No way.
Austin, I need my cards. They're one of my magic items. Give me them.
Okay, I guess we have to incorporate this into the plot because these are your cards. Your cards are spilled all over the
God, is this the plot now? I have to get the cards back off of all of you before I can have my cards again. Oh no.
Yeah, the Cymbelines arc's gonna be 15 episodes. Actually, it's the Cymbelines season now. Forget all the other stuff that happened outside. Why don't you roll me?
Sorry.
3.
Can I see the cards on the table now?
Yes.
Yeah, and I can't steal them from there.
It's completely taken over the Roll20. Can I roll? Okay, some of the cards hit the forest floor and activate. Can I get 3 rolls?
Oh god, fuck. Okay.
Yes. This is so good. You were going right towards the Orb of Dragonkind, and now there's a fucking situation.
Austin, you're punishing me for being the only person trying to do plot today. Why would you do this?
I'm not punishing you. We're having fun together.
16, 7, 12.
Austin often yells at his friends when they're having fun.
Austin, 2 of these were even. Does that mean I get the good things?
Yeah, 16, 7, and 12. Let me read them. The cards are 16, Iron Fangs. It shows a big mouth of a hamster or something with its huge front teeth that have completely come out of its mouth, are shining sharp, extremely dangerous. Then it activates the spell Cloud of Daggers, which begins flying through the air. I'll read that for you in a second. That's 16. Normally in a fight, that would have shredded your enemy. 12. You already got 12. This is the rebuild from scratch. It shows a beaver building a dam. One of your stats is maximized. And then a 7. The muscle mouse, which shows a tiny little mouse trying to flex its bicep, which is sagging down the wrong way, like in a Fleischer cartoon. One of your stats is reduced to 3.
Can I select the order that those happen, Austin?
They have to be different stats.
Oh.
I will read Cloud of Daggers as you decide how Hop's character sheet is rapidly, drastically rearranged during the comedy intro.
Fuck.
Sorry, Professor Emeritus. You fill the air with spinning daggers and cubed 5 feet on each side, centered on a point you choose within range. The creature takes 4d4 slashing damage.
Psst, hey, Laura. I don't mean to distract you during this very stressful, high intensity time, but could I get that card real quick?
No, I'm the only one with a card mechanic. Give me my cards.
We're all sending each other card requests in the Roll20. How many hit points do you have, Doc Hop?
Wait, how many am I taking? What's happening?
So there's a cloud of daggers just erupting through the forest. It hasn't hit you yet.
Do I not get a chance to dodge the daggers?
It hasn't hit you yet. I'm asking you how many hit points
I
you have.
I have 9 HP.
Okay, yeah. It hasn't hit you yet. I'm just saying there is now a cloud of daggers in the forest. It's loose. It's literally dozens of sharp daggers spinning around in a cube through the trees. It's here now in the forest with you. I will say it does 4d4 damage, so a maximum of 16, and you have 9 hit points. That's what I'm just like. I want the audience to be aware of the danger.
What skill would I be using to dodge that? Just because I've got decisions to make?
Dexterity would be to dodge that.
Fuck it. Do I give myself 20 dexterity?
Actually, I'm reading
3 intelligence.
I'm reading the spell. If it hits you, there is no save. A creature takes 44 damage when it enters the spell's area for the first time. So if it hits you, you're just getting got. So
okay, well, I should pick something that I'm like low on. That would be good. Now,
if Hop maxes out on Constitution, does Hop not retroactively get more health as a result?
Yeah, I think that would work that way. Yeah, you would get hit points equal to the difference.
I'm tempted to say I am now a 20 in Constitution and a 3 in Intelligence.
Oh my goodness!
I am a sturdy, strong dumbass.
For reference, that is only, I think, 4 more health for you.
Yeah, no, I know that. Look, I'm not picking what is sensible for a good build. I think the only way we're going to do this is I'm min-maxing into the things that a warlock should not have points in.
If I might just point out, I don't think Cloud of Daggers can move. I think it just exists there. So in theory...
No, to be clear, I'm not picking this for any reason other than I like the thought of my warlock keeps magically turning herself into buff and sturdy and not good at the smart things a warlock should be good at.
Fair enough. There you go. Now I think you might have to have your degree retroactively removed.
I mean, you decide what kind of character you want to play. I'll say the Cloud of Daggers is caused by a corrupted ancient magic playing card, so don't assume anything about it. I'm gonna whatever's funniest is what's gonna happen here. So,
Dexterity, I think, has to be what goes up to 20. I could lose Wisdom. I feel like losing my Intelligence is the funniest thing.
I mean, it would change how you roleplay your character in a way none of the other ones would, I would say. Because
yeah.
I think if you Constitution isn't going to change your personality. I think Intelligence would.
Oh, why do I have to make choices like this? Fuck. Because the opposite is...
do you want to cut to someone else while we make
Yeah,
this
go
decision?
to someone else while I decide whether I maybe do the complete opposite and go 20 intelligence, 3 constitution.
You're like, I guarantee this swarm of knives is killing me now.
The frailest genius.
No,
I
I
don't
have
think
big
you
muscles.
get penalties to health at the very least, so that you got it there.
Okay, fine. Okay, the opening scene, Doc Cop, you're riding through the forest on your dire muskrat. You say, my tummy gives me a bad feeling. Let's go in this direction. You're galumphing through the forest on this majestic creature when you hear Ulysses rifling through your stuff. You turn and try to grab the cards from him. They go 52 card pickup through the woods, and suddenly they all start blasting off. Magic effects shooting everywhere. A cloud of daggers. You get hit with 2 different waves of energy, one sapping, one fortifying. We'll find out what that does soon. Rex Maximus, you are walking in a group of zombie-like mushroom men of all different shapes and sizes. You find yourself having very limited control over your body, grinding your teeth horribly from euphoria-induced bruxism, shuffling ahead almost mindlessly. You have enough self-awareness to converse with Chorus, but little else unless we roll for it. What do you want to do?
Well, I guess, it sounds like if the options are converse or little else, I'm going to have to converse with the
I said you could
infuriating
roll.
mushroom people.
Yeah, I said you could roll.
Oh, well, I think the problem, well, has Chorus said anything to Rex at this point? Or is it, like, it seems like it's directing me somewhere to go with these mushrooms, so I assume it's, like, it has something it wants me to do.
Yeah, it seems like vaguely you are being led in a certain direction with all the other myconids, although it's a constant overlapping chatter of voices. In the sense that, are you being spoken to? Yes, always since you got here. Has something specifically been said to you that requires an immediate direct response? No.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think Rex will just probably immediately start yelling in his head like, "Oh my god, would you stop yapping?"
Chorus responds in its usual way of different conflicting, annoying voices. It says, "We apologize. You appear to be in distress whenever we speak of the true nature of the world. Would you prefer us to lie to you?"
I would prefer if you went away.
That is unfortunate. The only way for us to go away would be for your consciousness to cease. Would you like us to end you? Your current mind?
You could stop infecting me with your horrible little spores. Feels like that would solve this pretty quick.
You're already full of our spores. Sorry, we know how much you hate reality. Sorry, let's rephrase. You're an individual. You're a specific person in the world, unconnected to anyone else. Nothing you do has any rippling effects. Was that comforting?
Well, now you're just being obtuse. There's a difference between an individual and we're all the same thing and together and connected. I'm a 200-year-old dragon and you're a mushroom. These are not the same thing.
Why is a dragon different than a mushroom?
Why is a dragon the same thing as a mushroom? You're the one making the point.
Either you accept the whole truth of the universe or none of it. There's no degrees of lying. If you reject the connectedness of all things, we may as well tell you that you're a special little boy that nothing can affect, and you are unique in the universe, and we all love you, and it's your birthday.
This isn't about degrees of lying. Things are things. I should know. I have a medical degree.
Are things
Brain
things?
cancer and lung cancer are 2 different things.
Are things things, or are things stuff?
I'm trying to think of a third thing to say instead of stuff or things, and I'm drawing a blank here.
Yeah, you've got nothing, so you have to admit that things aren't necessarily things.
Well, this is Dan confused now. This is not a word anymore to me. It's just a noise.
I've learned over the years of doing this show, if I make a really evil guy who's like, mwahaha, want to destroy the world, you're like, dismissive jack off motion, who cares? The only way to get under skin is to make someone super annoying.
Yeah, I'm just gonna, I said I was going to have Rex attempt to Rex pill them, so I think I'm just gonna go into that at this point because he's already annoyed and irritated by these infuriating mushroom folk. He's gonna say, you know what I think? I think you're not getting my card, Laura. Completely lost my train of thought. Fuck. You got me.
My whole screen was suddenly just taken up by the 8 of clubs. It just appeared because whatever you fuckers are doing on this program.
Yeah, Rex is gonna say, you know what I think? I think you're afraid to be an individual. That way, on your own, your failures aren't yours and neither are the successes. You can grind on the coattails of whoever within you is doing the best.
Is that supposed to shame us that everyone rises and falls together? That's happening regardless of whether you're conscious of it or not.
I don't care enough about you to shame you.
Damn, got their asses. If you don't care about us, then why don't you want us to be Ulysses Smallfolk?
Because I don't think you'd submit to him. What with your constant, we're all the same bullshit.
Well, then he could be our Smallfolk.
Do you remember the part earlier where I said I'm a dragon? Do I need to explain the sort of social dynamic that's going to happen that's related to that at this point?
You might need to explain it because it doesn't seem like it's going to be true for much longer if the spores continue. You say a dragon is not a mushroom, but you're looking like a fun guy right now.
I'm thinking about the most hostile thing I could say in this moment.
Quinn is not giving me any of her cards.
I am trying to not interact with this system right now to keep you on track, Mr. Yorsky.
You shouldn't have introduced it.
I didn't do anything. The cards were there, and I clicked one, and it said, "How many cards do you want to draw?" And Austin, you know I play card games. When I hear that, I just click all of them. As many. How many can you give me?
People are not going to remember a word we say. We could all give our social security numbers during this episode. It's not going to register. It's only going to be card stuff.
Rex railing against, I guess, like the mental and physical control that the chorus is trying to impose on him is going to say, you will have me join you over my cold, dead body. I'm not going to be another yapping voice in this infuriating orgy of philosophy. I'm Rex fucking Maximus. I will take the stars and rearrange them to spell my name. Carve my face into the mountains of this land. I'm going to burn my name into the annals of history. I'm not a fucking member of the chorus. I'm the lead singer, goddammit.
Damn, that was pretty baller. Why don't you roll to resist them as they try to push their spores deeper into your brain?
I'm going to say Constitution save, because if I set a skill, I'm rolling with disadvantage. That's a big card. 20.
Fuck. Damn it. Yeah, I mean, you didn't crit, but you got a 20, which is what I wanted for you to break out from all of the myconids in this forest trying to exert their will on you. So what do you do as you break free from their control?
Let's see. I don't know what my options really are at this point. I guess, where is he? He's just, like, in some nondescript part of the forest?
Correct. When you were hit with the euphoria breath, we rolled, and the result you got was that you wander off in a random direction. So you have just been wandering lost through the forest. You have no idea where you or anyone else is, but you are surrounded by dozens of myconids now, like being in a zombie horde.
Do I bring it back? Do I try it one more time? I so badly want to have Rex just point behind them and say something like, "What's that? A group of teenagers who are interested in having their minds expanded?" and then running away. But where would I even be running to at this point? Uh, yeah, okay. I think Rex like breaks free of this control, and I think his immediate urge is he's just gonna go screw this and just start walking in a different direction because he's decided he's better than them, and if he can break free of them and they haven't attacked him yet, that's just what he's gonna do because he's not going to submit to these unfun guys.
All right, yeah, you just try to leave the swarm, and they're going to try to grab you. Strength contest.
Okie dokie.
I got an 11.
I also got an 11.
Wow. Okay, so your bonus is bigger, so you were able to like twist some wrists to get out of their immediate grasp. But if you try to run off into the forest, they are so hot on your heels. They are all around you. You barely get any separation at all, and now you are leading a myconid stampede essentially through the forest.
Oh, I thought we were all the same. Isn't this what you wanted because I'm already doing it?
We were trying to show you something. Come back.
Why don't you tell me instead of just, I don't know, filling me with hallucinogenic spores and controlling my body?
We love spores.
Consent is important.
No, spores are more important.
They simply aren't. I have asthma.
Wow. What a reveal about Rex's character. I didn't know you had asthma the whole time.
Yeah, it's, well, he's got a little inhaler. He takes it twice daily.
Okay. So yeah, now you're being fully chased through the woods. DiCaprio Devereaux, you are in the mouth of a Cymbeline dragon, flying through the air. Probably the euphoria breath is pretty nice, as far as mouths you've been in.
I imagine she's more annoyed, because I imagine if she does partake, she's like a wine girly. So I imagine she's just like, ugh, like trying to almost hold her breath, like stinky Fey breath.
The Cymbeline can't talk because you're in its mouth, but it can psychically communicate with you via all the spores in the air. So it still is going to try to have a conversation with you. This Cymbeline, you don't know which one, says to you, "Hey, so what's the big idea with the mirror? That's not a kind of a fun prank."
Darling, it didn't happen, so what's the point?
Yeah, but come on, you were planning on it. You were gonna put us all in a mirror and like some kind of fucked up blood situation. That's not very cool of you.
And then it didn't happen, so I don't know why you're concerned. You only gathered that information by probing my mind.
So if I have a dark plan where I'm gonna put all your family members in a mirror and I don't do it, that's fine?
If nothing happens, sure, but I mean, do we want to talk about the active damage to my family you're currently doing, or is that just off the table?
What damage? You all came into our place and started rooting around. What, if I come in your lair and I start touching all your stuff, that's gonna be fine?
Darling, that's what you do. You come into our lairs and you take our stuff.
I've never been in your lair. Is this about Jeff? I'm not responsible for what Jeff touches.
Well, I know a Marlowe Cymbeline. Do you know that one?
Well, I wouldn't go around using people's true names. It's pretty rude.
Well, Jeff, then. Is he the only one of your kind that sneaks into places and takes things? Because I've noticed quite a few things of the dragons from the Cookie Mountains in this locale.
I thought we were all going around getting things and putting them in our hordes. Is that not what dragons do? I sniffed you earlier. You got all kinds of stuff in your pockets.
Now, you seem more sensible than the other Fey dragons.
That's what they call me. Sensible,
Are you actually
sensible Cymbeline? Sensible Cymbeline. Simple sympathy.
You seem to have forgotten your name. This seems disconcerting for my pitch that you might be the one normal sibling that I could talk to.
That's what they call me. Normaline.
So you'll have an active conversation with me.
As opposed to what? In the past? In the future?
As opposed to your sibling who sometimes just comes and grabs things and said, "This is mine now," and then skitters away.
Well, it sounds like it was theirs. What's the big problem? We don't want a sibling to have what they're entitled to?
Why do you impersonate dragons?
What the fuck does that mean?
You impersonate us. You're not dragons, you're of the Fae, but you still act as though you're one of us.
I'm a fucking dragon. Look, taste the teeth. What are you talking about? Bites down. Not hard enough to hurt you, but like, you seems like you're in a dragon's mouth, Missy.
Sure, because of the circumstances of your topsy-turvy special realm, which is fine. You're allowed to have your special tricks. I almost think it's adorable in a way. But I'm more speaking of why you feel a compulsion to copy us when we have an active compulsion to gather our hordes. You're not subjected to that same curse.
How do you know you're not copying us, huh? How do you know? You weren't there at the beginning when everyone decided how things were.
Dragons have been around a very long time, though. There's quite a lineage.
So have the Fae. The Sealy Court, the Unsealy Court, they've been doing things. Time works different. That you have no idea.
Darling, what do you know of the Cookie Mountains?
A lot of great snacks, a lot of little treats and items, some sharp things, some round things, bouncy things.
The Cookie Mountains are perhaps the last chance for dragons to survive. We were almost extinct in the New World. This was a gift given to us by the gods to attempt to give us one last chance. We live in a very precarious and tense situation, all bundled together, but we are making it work. However, we have you coming in and stealing from our hordes, an act which drives dragons naturally to violence. Do you not understand how you're disrupting our entire fragile system?
It sounds like you're a bunch of whiners. You control magic and time and space, and you got all these mountains, and you're mad because people are touching your stuff. Maybe
the time dragons are extinct, darling.
I mean, maybe now, but...
We'll all be extinct if this keeps up.
I mean, that sounds like one hell of a prank, am I right?
Is this all it is to you? Is just a silly little game? There's no desire for you to see greater purpose or engagement or, hell, even community? You make a portal to your home in our home. Would we not want to be appropriate neighbors, or do you just want to see violence?
Wait, we don't do violence. Well, when has anyone ever done you a violence? You're invincible. We just do little games. We're just having fun. You're just no fun. That's what this is about. Is you're mad other people are having fun.
I would like my bag back and I would like to leave.
So the whole time you've been having this conversation through the spores, the Cymbelline has been flying you somewhere, and up ahead you see there are several more of these rainbow-colored fairy dragons all gathered together atop some sort of cliff here, and they're all like circling around waiting for you to be brought. So I will say that is the context of this roll. I'm asking you for persuasion to see if you got through to this Cymbelline before they bring you to several more.
Sure. 6, but however, hold on, wait.
You're gonna try to steal one of my cards.
No, wait. Where'd my card go? I had a trap
deleted
card. I had a trap card. It was the Queen of Diamonds. It gives me advantage.
You forget that I'm the GM and I have access to all your cards.
Damn.
Wait, hold on. I have something that can assist here. One moment. I'll send a screenshot in the chat. 1 second. Wait, hold on. It's loading. Fuck.
Dan dies.
Hold on. Will this potentially help Austin?
PayPal checkout.
That's very funny. Now with the 6, the Cymbelline says that doesn't sound fun. It lands on the cliff with the other Cymbelines who are all around you now. There are more coming, it seems, in the distance, and also ones that were invisible, which make themselves visible around you. You realize you are in a kind of swarm of Cymbelines right now, and they do not seem moved by your what seems to you perfectly reasonable entreaties.
Yeah. Am I still in the mouth?
It's. I think you're about to be put down. If there's something you want to do in the mouth,
No,
which
I would not
say.
like to do any. I'd like to aggravate their cavities if they have it and then leave. No.
Okay.
The second I'm out of the mouth, though, I'm going to try to transform and get teleported out.
Okay, you recognize that they know you're going to try that, and that they're they have things they can do in response.
I'm gonna force them to do their things in response. I'm trying to get out of here. To my knowledge, Hop and Ulysses are out of here, and she just presumes Rex is also fine. So she's just trying to make sure that she's not a liability right now.
All right, yeah, no, I like that you're making big moves. Okay, so you're surrounded by what seems more and more Cymbelines. They're all screeching and flapping and getting closer to you. The one that drops you down, what was it? Reasonable Cymbeline is saying, that doesn't sound fun. You're jealous of all our fun. Spits you out onto the ground, and without saying anything, you just start transforming into an adult diamond dragon.
Yeah, immediately just like a fungi outfit gets shedded off, and you start seeing the diamond scales start to appear on her skin. Yeah.
All right, and one is immediately going to try to bite you. I don't know how much HP you have as a level 1 wizard, but let's be honest about the rolls. Here we go. 17.
Yeah, it hits.
All right, you're gonna take. Oh, only 2 damage.
Holy shit! I survive and I'm out of here.
How many hit points do you have left?
I have 1 hit point left, Austin.
Holy Lord, that's insane. Okay, paint me a picture of what this looks like, because yeah, if you had, I guess, taken 3 damage, you would have been killed or torn apart by a dozen level 20 dragons as your level 1 elf, but you survived with 1 hit point. That's very dramatic. What's that look like?
Yeah, I imagine there's like a moment. I'm trying to think if we ever actually got a scene of the little tiny monsters actually feasting on somebody. I feel like that was always like done in the background of Jurassic Park, but it's like a level of like having like these little tiny dragon heads coming at me. I mean, not tiny, but like a bunch of them trying to nip at me. And it's almost one of these things where like they're kind of getting in each other's way a little bit. But like one bite does manage to get through until DiCaprio is just like slowly growing large enough, kind of like a trail of blood kind of going down her diamond scales as they grow out. And I don't know at what point in that transformation is when the sort of kick you out activation happens, but I do think DiCaprio is aiming for that. She's like, I'm trying to get out of here and help my, get back to my siblings.
All right, I am going to now roll something, which is going to amuse me greatly. Are you excited?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, go for it. I'm excited for Austin to be excited.
It's a sleight of hand check, as all of the, as you say, like the Compsognathus in Jurassic Park 2, swarming over you, biting your flesh off, 1 second away from killing you. One fairy dragon is going to slip a little claw in your pocket. 14. So can you give me a perception roll, I think, to contest that, to see if you see them going for your bag?
Sure. 15.
Wow. Okay. Now
Bitch,
you have the choice.
no. Oh, what does it say when someone tries to steal my card? I just go, no way, and then I click the big X.
Yeah. Okay. So a Cymbeline gets their hand in your pocket. You feel them grab onto the Nevinral's disc. With a 15, you have a moment to react. What do you do?
I
Turn it on.
Holy shit! How many of these motherfuckers are around?
A lot. Yeah. Okay. So obviously, I've
Holy
known you've had
shit!
this. It would be devastating to the Cymbeline community if you did this, but you don't. Rex, Maximus, and Ulysses, and Falconbridge, and Doc Hop are all still here. So,
But I don't know that.
I know. They're like seeing your podcast feed update. You're like, the new episode of Dice Funk's only 45 minutes long. What happened there? And then half an hour of it is them talking about the card functionality in Roll20. This is funny. And then you vaporize your whole family. family.
It would be wild, yeah, if we spent 40 minutes talking about stealing cards, and then at the end I'm like, oh, sorry, I accidentally PK'd the party. I'm just going to, like, kind of, like, snatch it back into my hand. Like, I can see they're trying to grab it. I'm just gonna protect it, you know? I'm gonna, you know, Or can I, like, karate chop the guy's hand off? Is that an option?
Anything's an option. Do you want to attack a Cymbeline that grabs the Niveneral's disc?
Do I want to? Yeah.
Shove the disc in your mouth and swallow it.
Oh my god. As an elf, it's the size of your head. That's not really.
Yeah, let's throw an ice knife at this guy. Let's like, you know, let me throw like a diamond kunai into this guy and have it explode.
All right, yeah. So you're being shredded by Cymbeline teeth. They're biting all over you. You have no hope of winning a fight. One of them tries to mug you as you're transforming, and you ice knife him through the hand, which explodes, and you can't really see the result of the carnage because as you transform, you are sucked out of this shard of the Feywild and thrown bloody and ragged into the valley between the two mountains with the fairy ring of mushrooms.
I'm gonna check my inventory.
You've successfully stopped yourself from being robbed.
Whew! That's good.
You're laying in a bloody heap.
Yeah, I'm gonna take a quick little nap and hope my siblings don't find me like this. Just a real quick power nap. Like, I'm gonna get back into this action in a second, but I am staying on 1 hit point, and I do believe I've already used my 1 hit dice this arc, so yeah, just gonna take a second.
All right. Dr. Hop, what did you decide?
Austin, I've thought long and hard about this. As funny as it would be to set my intelligence to 3, I'm not sure, role-playing wise, I'm necessarily interested in that. So I went with intelligence is going up to 20, but my dexterity is going down to 3.
Okay, incredible. So
I am a clumsy fucker. I have a -4 modifier in dexterity now. I'm tripping over my own shoes.
So you're completely maxed out on strength and intelligence. You're the buffest nerd, but you move like a semi-truck. You're just absolutely, you have to call ahead anytime you want to go somewhere because it's going to be a whole ordeal.
If I punch you, it's gonna punch a hole clean in your face, but I'm just as likely to trip over and just faceplant. But I'll know that I've done it because I'm quite smart.
Okay, this is gonna be a really interesting way to take your character. Does anyone else regret not taking the cards? Do you wish your character was fucked up like this?
I mean, I love good chaos, but this is a terrifying chaos.
Hey, I have 2 20s on my level 1 sheet. I think I'm doing alright.
Yeah, I mean, it could be worse. All right, so you're in this forest. You're picking up the cards. A cloud of daggers is like whizzing around here. You know, you hear it with the whining sound of the blades cutting through the air.
I tell it to fuck off.
Your dire muskrat stands on its hind legs, kind of like a horse thing here out of fear. Falconbridge and Ulysses look to you. What do you do?
Right, do I still have a sense of where I'm going for this orb thing?
From your survival check, yeah, you know the basic direction you need to go.
Yeah. Okay, I take both of them and I pull them into a huddle and I'm like, apparently I was not being clear enough last time around. We gotta get serious. No more playing with cards. I know they're fun. I know they're silly. I know they're an entire archetype and mechanic to themselves.
This is so meta. We have to stop playing with the cards.
If we don't stop this soon, I'm gonna lose focus. I'm gonna stop paying attention to what I'm meant to be doing. I'm gonna forget to get the orb. My siblings are gonna be mad at me. I might lose my other arm at this rate because I'm feeling pretty clumsy. Right, if we can't get serious, like, for seriousness' sake, can we at least, like, pretend we're in a spy film or something? Like, whatever fiction you gotta tell yourself so we can do this.
I've never seen a film, Doctor.
It's like real life, but you try hard.
Oh, I don't like the sound of that. That sounds bad to me.
Yeah, but it's cool. There's a soundtrack. I'll like hum a cool song while we do it. Does that sound like it would be good?
It does sound better, yeah.
Yeah. I'll hum the tune, but you gotta get serious.
Falconbridge plays a little riff on the Mistakeophone, the goblin instrument you gave her, and she says, I could add the soundtrack. I do not remember what we were doing, though, so you're gonna have to take charge.
We're getting an orb, make the music dramatic and like a child would want to be cool and efficient to it.
Oh, yeah, orb time. I remember. It was my orb.
It was your orb, now it's fucking us over. We gotta go get the orb.
Oh, God. Here come the knives. Let's go.
Oh.
That cloud of daggers seems to be looking for something to shred, and it begins chasing you. What do you do?
I throw a rock in its direction and go, oh, that rock's got it out for you.
Okay.
Is that convincing to the knife?
That sounds like a deception if you're trying to trick the rock. If you're trying to trick the knives.
Deception, sure.
I never know what any of you people are going to say.
10.
No, 10. It hits the rock hits the knives, but doesn't feel the satisfying give of flesh and blood, and continues coming on. Your dire muskrat seems very terrified as the knives bear down on it.
It's looking for flesh, right?
Yeah?
Did I keep my severed arm?
No, you gave it to Viola, actually.
Oh, I did, right.
Can I feed my severed arm to a cloud of knives?
Yeah, right? That's a reasonable question.
You've got one more arm.
I like still having at least one.
Oh, wow. We got a traditionalist over here.
I cast minor illusion. I make a big piece of meat.
Yeah, I think the cloud of daggers will go through the illusion as well. Not feeling anything. I think you're gonna.
Fine.
You're gonna get hit.
Expeditious retreat. We run real fast.
You're gonna run on your feet.
I don't like how you asked that, Austin. Is that because I have dexterity issues? Is that why you're asking?
Oh, now you have a mount is why I was asking, but...
Oh, yeah, I get on my mount, and therefore my mount that has good dexterity helps me run. Can I cast Expeditious Retreat on someone that isn't me?
Yes, you can. Oh, no, you can't.
Fuck, you're right. How many of us can fit on a dire muskrat?
I mean, you were all on it before. That's how the episode started.
Oh yeah, you're right. Okay, everyone get back on. We get the fuck out of here. I throw mushrooms at the cloud of daggers, hoping that you could describe the thing a mushroom is made of as flesh, right? The flesh of the mushroom?
You could absolutely do that, yeah. I think what we're gonna have to do, though, is see how much damage you take from the knives.
Okay.
You have 9 hit points.
Yeah, I do.
They do 4d4 damage, so that's a range from 4 to 16.
Mm-hmm.
Here we go.
I'm not feeling confident.
I mean, me neither, but that's what's happening. 11.
Yeah, I'm down. The knives at least sorted.
So, I think seeing the daggers approach your position, this whole cloud whirring towards you, you trying to get Ulysses and Falconbridge to behave long enough to escape. As they are about to overtake you, I think Falconbridge is going to jump into them and transform into her dragon form, which you get a brief glimpse of before her, embedded with daggers, is sucked out of the Feywild, and this 11 damage goes to her and not fatally to you.
Okay. Ah.
So you've never seen her dragon form before, and I think maybe you are a little shocked by what you see, which because she is a blue tiefling woman, and her basic outline doesn't change that much actually as you see her begin to grow larger and see the muscles and so forth expand. Whatever her full dragon form is, it's unusual. It's unlike the forms of all the dragons you know.
Can I roll any kind of roll to understand more of what I've just seen?
Yes, religion. I will say as she jumps, she says, probably like, this is embarrassing. She says as she jumps off the back of the dire muskrat and into the daggers.
17.
17's very good. Yeah, I'm gonna put a picture, the closest thing I could find on Google Images to what I meant by this. Boop.
Oh.
Do you want to try to explain what's going on here to the audience?
What if a centaur was a dragon rather than was a dragon horse on the bottom?
Precisely, yes. She seems to have a draconic lower body and the tail and the claws and so forth, but instead of a neck and head, she just has her whole tiefling torso in upper half, where the neck and head of a dragon would be. That is what she does not show to people, and what she is sort of hiding, or at least keeping to herself when she stays a tiefling most of the time. And that's what you get a glimpse of. I think we mentioned last episode, DiCaprio knows this, but no one else does.
That's a really fucking cool thing.
She looks extremely badass, but the last thing she says as her body is riddled with daggers and she is teleported away is, "This is embarrassing."
I don't know, I'm pretty into it.
Can we flash cut to DiCaprio laying out there, and then there's the sound of someone appearing, and she sits up, and it's fucking Falconbridge of all people.
Yeah, exactly. I had no idea this is how anything was going to go, but yes, suddenly her dragon form with 12 daggers sticking out of it lands in the valley next to you.
I think DiCaprio's just gonna sigh and just fall, rest her head back down and just be like, "Why of all people did it have to be you?"
"What's up, hater?" she says.
"I'd have to know who you are to hate you."
Dan, you've posted something in the chat here for us to enjoy?
Yeah, I just Googled Dragon Centaur and found that from Cobalt Press.
Yeah, that's basically what's going on.
There was something like this in 4E. I just can't remember the name of it, and I'm desperately trying to rack my brain to find it.
It's weird because the only thing I could think of is there's an entire race in World of Warcraft that's this, basically.
Maybe that's just mixing in at this point, because that's when I was playing World of Warcraft.
Oh, she's tieflingier than this image, but essentially it's very similar. So now, Falconbridge has been launched out. Rex Maximus, you're still here. You're running. There are mushrooms all around you. They're trying to grab you. You were staying just out of reach.
Yeah, Rex will, as he continues to have this running conversation with them, say, "If you want me to see something, do the thing that you love doing and talk and explain what you want me to see."
It's not the same if we tell you that we show you. It's not going to be impressive.
I think what Rex will have to do in this scenario is sort of go in a big horseshoe shape. So he's running ahead of them, but in the direction that they want him to go in. But it's his choice this time.
Okay. Wow, they're owned. Can I get athletics to keep this pace?
Oh no. Okay, let's see how this goes.
Mm-hmm.
23.
Wow, that was with your exhaustion. You got a 26 and a 23. Incredible. You are doing so well. You hang a U-turn back in the direction they were taking you. Some of them try to cut you off because they are kind of in your mind. They maybe anticipate a little bit what you're doing, but you just do some juke moves. You do the hit stick.
I think Rex would probably just kind of stiff arm them and then run over them.
Yeah, you're just spinning the right stick wildly on low difficulty Madden, just doing all kinds of cool stunts on them. You see ahead of you, they're trying to take you larger and larger mushrooms, not myconids, not people, but just large fungi structures. It seems like they were trying to take you to some fungus sanctuary here in the forest.
This is what you wanted to see? I'm not a mycologist. What's your point here? What are you getting at?
We're just trying to show you. You said dragons aren't mushrooms, mushrooms aren't dragons, but I think you'd be surprised. I think we could be one.
Am I about to see like a big mushroom dragon? Or perhaps mushrooms growing off of a dead dragon?
I mean, yeah, Dan.
You
Okay.
bitch! Stop saying it before it happens.
Dad's just like, yeah, that's a fucking normal Thursday. It's a dragon. It's made out of mushrooms. Whatever.
Yeah, so I guess the question is does Rex see like something in a bunch of mushrooms in the shape of a dragon, or is it growing out of a dragon corpse? These are two very different responses.
Yeah, I think if you keep this pace with the 23 in front of them, you can get to where they were taking you first as this crowd continues to chase you, and you see what appears to be a dead fairy dragon. But, level 20 here in the Feywild, enormous, full splendor, but has been completely taken over by, cordyceps. It's been completely mushroomified. And this is, a refutation to your assertion about the difference between dragons and mushrooms. It appears they can be, in fact, the same thing.
As I pull up the True Dragon Wikipedia page, and I look through it, not seeing any fairy dragons or mushrooms in here. So, checkmate, chorus, atheist.
We mentioned this earlier, but the difference between a dragon and a dragonkin is that true dragons become more powerful as they age, which is not the case for fairy dragons. So, yeah, we've known all along that they're not exactly the same thing, but this still seems a pretty big deal. It has all kinds of strange protuberances coming off it, weird fins and gills, pretty tough to look at. And as you get near, it begins to stir. What do you do?
Let's see. I guess I'm just trying to think, like, does Rex just transform into a dragon and fuck off here? I feel like he that's the smart thing to do. But again, smart thing and Rex are not necessarily the same course of action.
Yeah, you're caught between you're a level 1 human. You're caught between a level 20 mushroom dragon and a swarm of hundreds of pissed off myconids. They got you in a pincer maneuver. So I am also curious what Rex thinks he's gonna do.
You know how I can tell you that this isn't a true dragon? Because it still exists here as a dragon. The one thing that dragons can't do currently.
The Cymbelines are fey. It could always be here.
A dragonborn isn't a dragon. A pseudo-dragon isn't a dragon.
We didn't realize you felt so strongly about this. Don't you welcome people to your lair? Don't you have small folk under you that you care for?
You are talking about two unconnected ideas. If this thing is strong and powerful, great, cool, whatever. Would love to fight it. A crown is not just a hat.
As you say that, the myconid dragon begins to stand up on 4 legs from like a laying position, and the air's filled with spores from its jaws beginning to open. It seems like it's about to do something.
I mean, I have no other options here, I guess, really. I want to keep shitting on Chorus, but I feel like that's going to end really badly for me is the thing, on account of the 3 health. Rex will say this. If this creature is a dragon, as you say, it's not going to be a member of your chorus. It's going to be your conductor. And I might not believe it, but I'm willing to make you a deal. I'll help you kill the Cymbelines to get their corpses to make more of it.
Oh. Interesting. I didn't see that coming. Yeah, roll persuasion. I think, You saw a chorus in the Cymbelines arguing last episode when Ulysses was trying to demand that they become as small folk, so there's clearly some friction there.
I got a crit and a 7, but because disadvantage 7.
Give him the crit.
Sure. I mean, I like what you said. You want to Rex pill the chorus because they've been trying to tell you, actually, we're all the same thing. We're all connected. And what are you saying? Actually, there's domination. There's kings and peasants. Let me show you a hierarchy.
Yeah, he would rather deal with a mushroom dragon than a bunch of mushrooms telling him why. He doesn't believe in mushroom communism. Is effectively what's happening at the end of the day.
Yeah, I think that's interesting. I think with a crit, I think the chorus are open to this because you are part of the chorus. You're another voice. Why wouldn't they listen to you? You know, the way they would listen to anyone else. I think the question is, what happens to dragon myconid relations? Then are you lay it out for me? What is your vision of this crit?
I think what Rex's firm belief is that if this thing is like a dragon at all, really, at the end of the day, how would I put this? What this will effectively end up being is this is now the dragon whose lair is the Feywild and his small folk are actually myconids. He's installing another fiefdom, and I think in a way doing something that he referred to as being interested in earlier, which is dragons will eventually need to move out beyond the Cookie Mountains as they repopulate because they're going to start running out of space, and this is a place that they can move into.
Yeah, I had thought about that. I wasn't sure if it was going to come up this season, but there are a finite number of mountains, and if the dragons thrive, there will eventually be more dragons than mountains, and then does this all happen again? So I think, we could have left that question open, but it is, talking and thinking about that, it could definitely be fruitful. What does this look like? So there's this mushroom dragon rising up in front of you. There's a zombie swarm behind you. It seems like you're about to be killed in a dozen gruesome ways, and you just, strike a Johnny Bravo pose and win this encounter.
Yeah, he does the Johnny Bravo pose. But I think probably what really is happening here, at least what I would pitch, is that maybe this does the mushrooms are reanimating this body, right, and creating it into something new. But there is that holdover from the original corpse, right? Mm-hmm. And it is that there is a part of that dragonkin draconic personality that Rex is appealing to somewhere at the base of this creature's mind as it I guess flares to life. And because of the natural power of this being, this is, now a level 20 creature by these, surrounded by all these much weaker species. I would almost make it akin to this is an elder brain dealing with mind flayers now. And it's if it's one man, one vote, it is the man with the vote.
So you give the mushroom dragon confidence.
Yeah, I've Rex pilled it. I've red pilled
it. Okay.
You started selling it alpha supplements.
Dang it. Fuck. Okay.
Now, granted, I don't know what that means more than it believes it is in. Now, I would pitch this more like I said. This is maybe it still believes in this mushroom community, but it is the conductor as opposed to just a member of the chorus.
Let me think.
Someone's got to choose what song to sing.
Yeah, much to think about. We'll come back in a moment. Where were we? What is it now? It's DiCaprio again? We're going in an order.
I believe so. Yeah.
Okay. DiCaprio, you're laying in the valley near the fairy ring. Lady Falconbridge comes flying out in her draconic, almost centaur-like form, riddled with knives. She says you're a bitch. What do you do?
Where's Hop?
The good doctor is still going after the orb. We had a little bit of an accident with Ulysses and the magic cards, she says, pulling each knife out of her face and chest like someone who had an unfortunate encounter with a porcupine.
Oh, so she's still in there, and Rex is too. And Ulysses.
She looks around herself briefly and says, unless they came out first and ran away, which I don't think Rex would do. I don't know about Ulysses.
No. Ulysses would jump back in and try to chase something. And DiCaprio's gonna kind of like pick herself up and like walk over to the kind of drag herself a little bit over to the mushroom circle. Like she looks like shit, but she's clearly like trying to figure out how to get back in there.
You appear to be shredded, hun. Where do you think you're going?
To help my family.
With your two remaining drops of blood?
If it's all I have, then I'm going to offer it to them.
Wow, that's a cool thing to say and do. I will tell everyone at your funeral about that.
Thank you, darling.
Oh, you should leave a finger behind for the cult, the resurrection cult. I'll take it off. I got a sword. Come here.
Darling, is that what you're doing? You're cutting off fingers? I just have a scale, section back at my horde that my people know to use if I die. I thought every dragon has a contingency plan. Am I the only one with contingency plans?
No, my fiends have a lock of my hair. I just thought it'd be funny if you let me cut off one of your fingers.
Always the impractical joker, I assume. She doesn't actually, truly remember if this is, classic Falcon Bridge or not.
Yeah, I actually have a fine collection of jester masks by various saints of comedy, so I picked up a trick or two along the way.
Then maybe you'd be more useful in there. It seems like all of these little jerks just want to be pranksters. I think they find it funny to steal from our horde.
I mean, it is pretty funny. Look what look what it's done to us. They really whipped our ass, and they're so much smaller and weaker. That's pretty funny.
I've been indulging them to this point. I haven't really gone after them with the same ferocity that I perhaps would have, but I don't... Don't you want dragons to thrive? Don't we want to try to avoid the mistakes that we must have committed in the old world?
I don't really think about dragons as a monolith. I'm as much a fiend as a dragon. I don't know. I'm just me. I'm just worried about me.
Perhaps it's where I come from. My father's horde is endangered animals, and I can't help but think that maybe part of him is drawn to that by the nature of him almost being one of the last of his kind.
That's pretty cute of him. He's a silly guy.
He is also the one that asked me to date you, though, so he's got some strikes against him.
He's got great taste. He could see that I was on my way up.
Where, darling?
As you're having this little tiff, two fairy dragons fly out of the fairy circle of mushrooms and dart right at you. Roll initiative.
Oh my god, these fucking little bitches.
There she is! Get her!
Oh my god. Alright, hold on. What's my initiative? Cool. Alright. 4.
23.
Well, you rolled 4, bud. So, I don't think that counts.
I fucked up. Crit! Holy shit. These Cymbelines come blasting out of the portal, chasing your 1 hit point, and they both try to hit you, you and Falcon Bridge with Euphoria Breath. Constitution saving throw.
7.
Alright, so the way that the Euphoria Breath is, you gotta roll a D8, I think it was, and then a 1 to 4 you wander away, 5 to 8 you freeze up.
7, so I'm freezing up.
Yep. Two Cymbelines come out and start blasting you and Falconbridge with the Euphoria, pink roiling smoke into your faces, and you both are immediately overwhelmed by feelings of intense pleasure, I guess. Grinding teeth, expanding pupils. I don't know if you weren't expecting that. That was kind of a sneak attack as the Cymbelines start circling you.
Okay, am I able to do anything? I'm just frozen, right?
You can talk. Yeah, you can't take any actions, but you can talk.
Am I like lucid? Like I guess I'm trying to think narratively. If I'm like this breath has hit me and I'm stunned, am I still able to have like philosophical tit for tat with these guys, or am I just like duh?
You're rolling on Molly.
Am I bimbified? Like I'm just like, what's going on? There's so many colors.
You're a little bimbofied.
Okay, just
I
a
bought
little.
bimbo bread recently.
What?
There's a brand of bread called Bimbo.
Oh.
It's not how it's pronounced, but I think it's a Spanish brand. But it's Bimbo bread.
Well, those would probably make some pretty good sandwiches then. I'm just gonna kind of look at them and be like, why go to these lengths? This is pathetic, Diaz.
One of the fairy dragons circling you says, "You ran away. We weren't done with you. We were gonna have a whole thing. We were gonna invite you to a prank off." I'm not really about pranks. I mean, that sounds like something maybe more Hop or Rex, I guess. But we're not really a pranking kind of family. It's hard to prank dragons when, if you get a little too wild, you can just start tearing down mountainsides. It's a lesson we had to learn with Rex early on. Laura has posted the Grande European Bimbo. Oh, we're just bimbo posting tonight, folks. As this conversation is happening, a couple more fairy dragons emerge, and there's like 4 of them now circling you. And they say, well, if you don't want to prank with us, then you're no fun, and we don't have any reason to keep you alive.
And if I play pranks with you, you would have a reason to?
Yeah, if you're fun.
I think I do have a really good prank in mind. So perhaps there is something still here we can do.
Oh, that sounds fun. Okay. What are the rules? Is there a time limit? Do we do the best prank by the end of the month, or do you want to do the best prank by what are you doing?
We'll say neutrality for the rest of the day, and the person who can pull the best prank before the end of the day wins.
Okay. It better be good.
I imagine it will be. Now, am I able to enter back into your domain, or am I forced to do my pranks from on this side of things?
You can go back in if you want, but I think Chorus is probably going to pull your legs off.
Oh, once I find my siblings, I can do my prank. Is that okay?
Yeah, we're going to do pranks with our siblings. It's only fair.
Excellent. And she's going to point over and she's like, just to be clear, that dragon has nothing to do with this. Please let her go on her way.
Okay, bye. The Cymbelines all swirl up in like a little cyclone of wings and then fly back into the fairy realm.
You should take this opportunity to get home and lay down. You've had a lot today. And she's gonna say this as she's like holding like a gaping bloody wound in her rib cage, basically.
Falconbridge twirls the sword she got recently, the Pope's Riddle sword. It's shaped like a big question mark. Hop gave it to her after finding it last episode. She says, I assume when you say you're gonna play a prank on the Cymbelines, it's gonna be messy in a way that I don't want to miss, right?
Landmines are pranks.
In some cultures.
Darling, I'm not that interested in pranks. I'm just trying to make sure my family is okay.
Okay, so you don't want to tell me your plan.
Why would I? You're not on our side, or are you? You gave the Cymbelines an item that can work against all dragons, because I guess you were bored or something? You also tried to kill us earlier. Dear, I don't know what you're trying to accomplish here.
I did it for you. You wanted the Cymbelines' true name, so I just fucking did a bargain. I was a little fucking deal my minions pulled. I didn't know we were gonna have to go in there and fuck with them.
Well, it's fine. We'll deal with it, you know? This is something that us Orlando siblings just contend with, but I'm trying to just get a gauge. Are we enemies now or not?
Me and you?
Yes.
You don't even remember me. Why does it matter?
I don't remember your name, but I do have memories of us together, Snowflake. I don't particularly want us to be antagonists. I'm trying to unite the dragons together and keep things going.
Well, I don't care about the dragons, but I think Dr. Hop is cool, so...
If that's all you need, then fine. Understand, it would probably make my sister sad if I was dead, I assume. So perhaps that can be our peace or whatever. And should I obtain the power I'm looking for behind the scenes, I'll get you contacts with whatever folks with special little objects in their past that you would like to collect. And I'll be happily able to pass that along to you.
Nice. That sounds cool.
In return, just be good to Hop.
Of course. She's gonna be very famous, I think. She's gonna be the jewel of my collection.
She's a person. She's not an object. She's not a thing you possess in your horde.
You take everything so literally. It's a riddle. She waves the question mark sword around.
I've heard quite a lot of riddles and tomfoolery and fey shenanigans for one day. So perhaps ease up. We've all ingested a lot of mushroom spores.
I could go for some more of the breath, though. Do you think we could get one of them and squeeze them like a toothpaste tube?
Perhaps if you set a little alarm in your place, next time a Cymbeline tries to rob you, you can capture it and just start bottling its breath. Perhaps that will be the new drug.
At milking it?
If you want to use that terminology, dear, I'm not quite so crude. She's going to, flip her hair back.
All right, so tell me about your prank plans, she says, as we cut away.
Is it me now?
If sure is. What are you doing? You just saw Falcon Bridge throw herself into a bunch of knives for you.
Okay, I gotta trust that she knows what she's doing. Not let the sacrifice be in vain. I continue following my poorly tummy senses. Where are we going?
Yep, the whole time, Rex is talking to Chorus, and DiCaprio is getting carried through the air and then laying in the valley. You are riding on your dire muskrat.
I have Ulysses under one arm like a shotgun.
Wow, that's an incredible image. Yeah, just aiming him at the things in the dark forest, the creepy crawlies in the shadows.
Look, today's been a rough day. I'm taking no chances. I have the nuclear baby option. I'm ready.
I love that. As you go to where the tummy feeling is stronger, I'm gonna need another Constitution saving throw as it becomes first uncomfortable and then painful to get closer.
4.
Ooh, I've traded the bad rolls this week, it seems.
Yeah.
Yeah, now you have exhaustion, as getting close to the Orb of Dragonkind makes you feel extremely nauseous and dizzy.
Okay, and that's disadvantage on skill checks for level 1 exhaustion?
It sure is. Ulysses doesn't...
Okay.
Ulysses doesn't seem as affected. You note that he is not in a small folk form. He is himself, but he was not thrown out of here by the Orb of Dragonkind. And you have gotten closer with him now, and he just it seems like the effect the orb asserts on dragons is stronger the older they are.
Okay, cool. And we're trying to destroy this orb, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Do I know if Ulysses' breath could just melt this thing?
You do not know that, no.
Okay, in that case, I'm going to keep getting closer to it, but I will explain to the baby. Hey, so I'm old. You know this. You're a baby. Everyone is old. I'm old.
You don't look a day over 60.
Oh, thank you. The closer I get to this orb, the more I'm just gonna feel real ill. I might need to, if this gets too bad, send you in on a super secret, very important mission to destroy the orb.
Wow, that's so much responsibility. Does that make me a doctor?
Of a sort. How many turkey tornadoes would I need to give you to do a real good job?
420.
I'm pretty sure I can find something in my horde worth enough to get you 420 turkey tornadoes. If it comes to it, you're gonna be my very focused little guy.
Aww. Can I have a side of Phoenix nuggets with the catoblepis sauce?
Yes, but you're gonna have to destroy the orb should it come to it.
Hell yeah.
You know what? And this is regardless of whether I end up having to send you in because I can't keep going further. If you do as you're told, you get real focused, we will gorge ourselves. It will be a feast the likes of which none have seen.
Wow. You're my favorite now. Even though Rex gave me an unkillable tardigrade to maul. Now you're my favorite.
Yeah, but we gotta do a good job if we want to eat too much fast food, though.
We won't tell anyone.
I mean, I think we can tell people. Yeah, what's the point in eating all that fast food if we can't gloat about it? But we gotta do a good job first.
Okay. Oh, Dan just posted Dracon in the chat, which has a picture that is basically, exactly what I'm saying. This says it's from the 2nd edition.
Yeah, there's a lot of weird stuff in 2nd edition. There was apparently were-dragons, so
Hell yeah.
that was an option. And the Abashi, I forgot about these guys. Tiamat had their own, demon race.
I did not forget about the Abishai. I was going to put them in the season, but I thought it was too confusing because we already have Dragonborn and Lizard Folk and Kobolds. There's yet another one of those anthropomorphic lizards, but they're devilish. That was going to be
also Drakespawn, which is almost the same thing.
That was going to be Falconbridge's small folk, and then I thought it'd be funnier.
That's what I was wondering, because I figured, that's what I would have done. But you're right, that's probably too many proper nouns.
It's a lot to keep track of, and I thought it was very funny to imagine a sexy succubus in a fur coat that completely obscures any of that. All right, yeah, you're getting closer to the bad feeling. There's a sickly green light suffusing the forest ahead of you, Doc Hop. Do you want to roll anything to know about your surroundings? You feel ill, dizzy, tired, in pain.
I gotta do this with disadvantage. Oh, with disadvantage. I rolled a crit 26 on my first roll. Only a 23 with disadvantage.
Holy shit. 26 and a 23. Yeah, you nailed it. You're a super brain genius now. So you get off your dire muskrat. You have Ulysses held like a shotgun in front of you, which is an extremely funny image. You're making your way towards the sickly green glow in the forest, feeling waves of nausea and dizziness coming over you, when you see a shape in the shrubs nearby, and you stop and investigate it, and you find the skeleton of a dragon. And then you look a little further, you got a 23, you find the skeleton of a dragon, and so forth. It appears that you are approaching a dragon graveyard.
Oh, and it's got a sickly green glow, and I'm feeling unwell, and Ulysses isn't feeling unwell.
Those are all true, yeah. With the 23,
Yeah.
I'll just say, the Orb of Dragonkind, it was explained to you last episode, was originally forged by wizards in a dragon war between humans, or between dragons and small folk. Originally, it just summoned the dragons to their position and called them so they could be drawn into ambushes, but then the magic got corrupted and it was able to control and kill dragons. And there was a dragon orb for every kind of dragon. There was a red one and a blue one, a green one, a silver one, all the different kinds of dragons. A bunch of them have been lost or destroyed throughout history.
Is this one for the radioactive dragons?
I would say from the green glow, you assume green.
Okay, what's Green Dragon's deal?
Green dragons are like forest dwelling. They do like poison breath. They're actually, I feel like they're really underrepresented in a lot of D&D. I think because they're kind of the odd ones out with the poison breath gimmick. I think they're known to be like, they're kind of sneaky, but not as much as like black dragons. I don't think they have like a super developed niche, I guess is what I would say.
Okay. Would I be to assume that this place is more dangerous or less dangerous if you're a green dragon?
Oh, that's an incredible question. With the 23, I will say, looking at some of the skeletons, you can tell from like the shape of the horns that some of these are green dragons. It seems like, unbeknownst to you, maybe green dragons in the Cookie Mountains have been being drawn here and killed by the Orb of Dragonkind, while other dragons are just, you got a tummy ache. You felt bad, but you still don't know. The effects are unpredictable. You could be controlled or killed by it. Just because these orbs are very old and very unpredictable.
But seemingly there's far less chance of that with the little lad.
Seemingly, yes. The older the dragon, the greater the effect. So,
Okay.
Ulysses is just mouth open, ready to be a shotgun as you approach.
I'm not close enough to see the thing or to see how close I am to it yet.
You're approaching the glow in the forest. If you just say, Austin, I go towards the source of the light.
Okay,
you'll be there, but
I
I'm
go
giving you
there.
a chance.
I go there. I know it's maybe not the wisest of moves, but on the way there, I do say to Ulysses, "Hey, if it comes to it, if you get the opportunity to destroy the orb, destroy the orb. If I start going all weird and goopy and strange, just break the orb."
Okay, yeah, that's what you say?
Yeah.
Okay, you push through a copse of trees and bushes and find the source of the orb. It is a glass orb size of like a basketball, maybe. It is on a altar in a small forest shrine. There are bones all around of other dragons who've been drawn here and killed, but there is also someone literally draped around the orb, like holding it, hugging it. It appears to be a human woman, and she does not respond as you enter. Ulysses gun forward.
Hey, hi.
The human woman makes some kind of small, non-verbal sound, kind of like half looks at you, clearly drooling on the Orb of Dragonkind.
Hey.
Do I shoot? Hop and hop. Do I shoot? It's time.
Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. Hey, I am holding a loaded nuclear baby, and I need to destroy that orb. Right now, you're between me and doing that. Do you want to move, or am I going to blast the orb through you?
The human woman, middle-aged, 40-ish maybe. You've never seen her before. She holds the orb tighter. It's still on the dais, but she is trying to curl her body around it, and she just makes a kind of whimpering "no, go away" sound.
I use the telepath hat to go, hey, I'm in your head. I need to destroy that orb. Last warning.
No, it's my orb. Go away. This is a psychic response. The human woman doesn't open her mouth.
Okay. I would assume you're pretty allergic to radiation.
I don't care. I love the orb. It's my orb.
If the orb was simply not here, would that... Can I roll any kind of insight to understand what the relationship going on here is with the orb?
I absolutely would, yeah. I would say this is a very strange situation. You came to find a very powerful orb, and there's a lady macking on it.
12. Why is she kissing that orb?
Disadvantage.
Oh. 7. Why is she kissing that orb?
With a 7, you don't know. No, it's very strange. I think the only thing I'll give you with a 7 is that when you start trying to connect with her psychically, you do get a feeling of the connection is very strong. She is powerful. This is not just if you were like, I'm going to take the orb from you, she wouldn't just cry and shrink. She would try to defend the orb, is what I'll say.
Yeah. Well, look, I can tell you're strong. I don't have an arm because of this kid. Do you like your chances?
I welcome the pain.
Do you welcome... Do you welcome the loss of your limbs?
Yes, you can't do anything to me.
Hey, Ulysses, she's literally asking us to do it. Fire.
Alright, you shotgun blast this human woman in the Orb of Dragonkind, which shatters. Notably, orbs of Dragonkind are not artifacts. Many of them have been destroyed over the years. This nuclear breath undoes some kind of magic on it, and shards go everywhere. There's a huge blast of green light. The lady goes flying back, hits a tree, and her body twists and breaks, and her muscles pop out, and her arms lengthen, and you see her change back as she becomes her true self, Sycorax, the Steel Dragon.
Aha.
Alright, well, I didn't get this one right.
You just nuked your mom.